Have you ever pondered over the fascinating depiction of Jesus in the book of Revelation? This question, my friends, is our starting point today. The book of Revelation, the final book in the New Testament, is a rich tapestry of visions and prophecies full of intricate symbolism. It's a book that has perplexed and intrigued scholars and believers alike for centuries. Our journey today takes us deep into this enigmatic text, where we'll focus on a particular aspect: our quest to understand the portrayal of Jesus Christ's appearance in Revelation. You see, the image of Christ in Revelation is not the familiar depiction we often see in art or literature. It's a striking, awe-inspiring figure that stretches the limits of our imagination. Picture this: hair as white as wool, eyes like blazing fire, feet like burnished bronze, and a voice like the sound of rushing waters. It's a depiction that is as mystifying as it is powerful. But what does this image mean? What is the significance of these symbols? And more importantly, what can we learn from this depiction of Jesus? These are the questions we'll be exploring as we delve into the mysteries of Revelation. The depiction of Christ in Revelation is not just a description of his physical appearance. It's a portrayal of his divine nature, his majesty, his authority, and his role as the righteous judge. Each element of his appearance carries a significant meaning, revealing aspects of his character and purpose. So prepare yourselves for a journey of discovery, a journey that will take us into the heart of one of the most enigmatic books in the Bible. We'll dissect the symbolism, we'll probe the mysteries, and we'll seek to understand the profound message embedded in the depiction of Christ. Dive with me into the mystical waters of the book of Revelation as we unravel the image of Christ. Our exploration promises to be enlightening, engaging, and above all, enriching. Brace yourselves, for the journey begins now. John's vision of Jesus in Revelation is both awe-inspiring and cryptic. As we delve into the specifics of Revelation 1:12-16, we find John's detailed description of Jesus as he saw him. It's a rich tapestry of symbolism that we'll pick apart piece by piece. John first turned to see the voice that spoke with him, and being turned, he saw 7 golden candlesticks. Among these candlesticks, he saw one like unto the Son of Man, an Aramaic phrase John uses that translates to a human being, or more specifically, Jesus Christ himself. He describes Jesus as clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the chest with a golden girdle. This long robe and golden sash are the attire of a high priest and a king, signifying Jesus' dual role as our high priest and king. His head and hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, symbolizing wisdom and purity. His eyes were as a flame of fire, a metaphor for his penetrating insight and judgment. His feet were like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, indicating strength and stability, and his voice is the sound of many waters, a symbol of authority. In his right hand, he held 7 stars, representing the 7 churches of Asia to whom the revelation was addressed. Out of his mouth went a sharp 2-edged sword, signifying the word of God, and his countenance was as the sun shines in its strength, a demonstration of his glory and majesty. Each element of this description holds a wealth of meaning and paints a vivid image of Jesus as John saw him. The vision is filled with symbolism, each piece contributing to our understanding of who Jesus is and his role in the world. The symbolism in John's vision paints a vivid image of Jesus, but what does it all mean? In our next scene, we'll start unraveling this symbolism and explore the deeper implications of John's vision. Every element in John's depiction of Jesus carries a deeper meaning. Let's take a moment to delve into the symbolism of the various elements of Jesus' appearance as described by John. Firstly, the golden sash around Jesus' chest. Gold, throughout biblical text, has often represented purity and divine nature. The sash, a mark of authority, signifies Jesus' divine authority and kingship. His authority is pure, unblemished, and of the highest value, just like gold. Next we have the white hair. White is a color frequently associated with wisdom and age, but in the spiritual sense, it's often linked to purity and righteousness. The white hair of Jesus can be interpreted as a symbol of his eternal wisdom and the absolute purity of his teachings. Then we come to the fiery eyes. Fire is a powerful symbol in the Bible, representing both judgment and purification. The fiery eyes of Jesus symbolize his ability to see all things clearly, to judge righteously, and to purify what is unclean. Moving on, we see Jesus with feet like bronze. Bronze is a strong metal often associated with judgment in the scriptures. Feet, on the other hand, symbolize a path or journey. The bronze feet of Jesus could represent the firmness of his judgment and the path of righteousness that he treads. Lastly, John describes Jesus holding a double-edged sword. This is a metaphor for the Word of God, as mentioned in Hebrews 4 verse 12. The sword represents the power of Jesus' words, which can both protect and correct. It's a reminder that his teachings cut through deception and bring clarity. In summary, the golden sash signifies Jesus' divine authority, the white hair symbolizes his wisdom and purity, the fiery eyes represent his righteous judgment, the bronze feet indicate his firm path of righteousness, and the double-edged sword symbolizes the power of his teachings. These symbols aren't just abstract depictions, they reveal profound truths about the nature of Christ. Understanding these symbols helps us appreciate the depth of John's vision and the multifaceted nature of Jesus as depicted in the book of Revelation. Among the striking elements of Jesus' appearance is his voice, described as the sound of many waters. In the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 15, John uses the phrase, "the sound of many waters," to portray the voice of Jesus. This vivid description isn't one to be simply glossed over. Instead, it holds a profound depth of meaning and significance. Imagine standing next to a waterfall. You'd feel the thunderous roar of water cascading down, an overwhelming force that drowns out all other sounds. It's powerful, it's commanding, and it's impossible to ignore. This is the voice of Jesus as depicted by John, a voice that commands attention, a voice that cannot be drowned out, a voice that is impossible to ignore. But why many waters? Why not a mighty wind or a roaring fire? Water, throughout the Bible, has been a symbol of life and cleansing. It is a fundamental element for survival, and its power can be both life-giving and destructive. When Jesus speaks, his words hold the power to cleanse, to give life, and at the same time, they hold an authority that is overwhelming and undeniable. The voice of Jesus, like the sound of many waters, is also consistent and unchanging. Just as a river's flow is continuous, so too is the message of Christ. His teachings, his love, his promises, they are constant, unending, and ever flowing towards us. So when we read that Jesus' voice is like the sound of many waters, we're not just reading a descriptive phrase, we're being told about the authority, the power, the consistency, and the life-giving nature of his words. We're being reminded that when Jesus speaks, his words carry an eternal weight and a divine authority that demand our attention. Jesus' voice, powerful and resonant, echoes the force of his message. Now that we've dissected John's description, what does it all mean for us? Well, the depiction of Jesus in Revelation is far from a mere visual spectacle. It's packed with symbolism and implications that resonate with believers. The image of Jesus, with his hair as white as wool, signifies not only his wisdom but also his purity. His eyes, like a flame of fire, are a testament to his penetrating insight, and his feet, like fine brass, symbolize his unshakable foundation and steadfastness. His voice, akin to the sound of many waters, underscores his authority over all creation. The sharp, two-edged sword from his mouth signifies the power of his word, while his countenance, shining like the sun in its strength, illuminates his divine nature. Each element of this vision is a reminder of Jesus' divine attributes and role in the grand scheme of things. The image of Jesus in Revelation isn't just a vision, it's a statement about his divine nature and role. Our journey into the visual portrayal of Jesus in Revelation is packed with profound insights. We've traversed the mysterious terrain of John's vision, examining the enigma of Christ's appearance. We've seen a figure clothed in a robe reaching down to his feet, with a golden sash around his chest. His head and hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were like blazing fire. We've investigated the symbolism behind this depiction, understanding that each detail holds a deeper meaning. The white hair and head signify wisdom and purity, the blazing eyes represent discerning judgment, and the golden sash symbolizes kingly authority. We also listened to the voice that sounded like many waters, a voice that shows the power and authority of Jesus. These symbols not only describe Jesus' appearance but also reveal his divine character and mission. Remember, every detail in the Bible is a treasure trove of wisdom waiting to be discovered and understood. Keep exploring!